Hello, friend. My name is Tracy Hart, and I'm here to talk to you today about the Wondermill electric mill grain mill. And the reason why, and you can tell, I'm just going to go ahead and show you. This particular mill I've had about 8 years probably, and I've used it a great deal over the years. Once I got this, I almost immediately stopped buying bread from the store for my family. So I've been using this to mill grain for my family, to make bread for them for a long time. So this mill has been through the mill, and it is still a great quality machine. It still mills the grain as well as it did when I first purchased it. It was a little over $200 probably when I purchased it, and it's been money very well spent. So I would not discourage you from buying this if you're considering it. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. So you can see it's got the different settings on here: pastry, bread, and then you can adjust it in between. You don't just have to click it on those knobs. In fact, I'll show you. So you can see you can turn it and leave it if you want it more coarse or more fine. I usually just left it right there on the bread setting. Okay, it has a lid that just snaps on and snaps off, and this protects it when it's not being used. It keeps the from getting anything. You don't want anything to fall in there when you're not using it. You can see right here it says to turn on before filling. That is one of the very, very important things you must remember when you are using this machine, that you have to turn it on before you actually put any grain into the hopper. Okay, so then, and of course this is standard American outlet for here in the States. Okay, and then this is my canister that catches the flour. The capacity for this, 8 cups in here, 8 cups of grain in here is really about all that this can handle. So the way this works is the lid just comes off, and I never wash this by hand. I always dust it. I have a basting brush that I use just to dust it out once I'm finished using it. This is the lid. This is the same lid and everything that I've used since I've had it. It has a little filter here, and you can see there's flour dust on there. It has this contraption right here in the middle, and you just spin it on there. There's an arrow that shows, I don't know if you can see it, but it shows you how to line it up. You just pop that in there. There are replacement pieces for this if you were to somehow end up needing to replace it. Okay, and then I'm gonna let this just fall because I'll just sweep it off. So this is how I dust it when I'm finished. Okay, so one important thing is it has a hard click that you want to make sure. I did it without it being loud. Normally it does a hard click. Let me check it. Nope, it wasn't clicked on there. So I normally just, there you go. I just kind of put my elbow weight on it. Sorry if you didn't see it. I put my back to the camera. I'll show you one more time. It opens very easily, but you want to make sure, there you go, that you get that good snap, because if you don't, you're going to have flour flying everywhere. Well, yeah, pretty much everywhere. Okay. And then it's just gonna hook, it's gonna pop. See if I can do this so you can see it. There's a little tiny, you can see. And it just clicks in there very nicely. Okay, now, this is kind of loud. So I've actually seen people say that they wear ear hearing protection. Plug this in. Now, one thing that I did enjoy about this setup, and one reason why I got this, is because it's not so tall that it doesn't fit underneath. I can split it up. It fits underneath the height of my cabinets up top. All right, so I'm going to show you how the volume level from it, and I'm just going to show you how quickly it grains the flour. yes, it grains very quickly. Okay, so I have my flour here, or I'm sorry, not my flour, my grain. This is actually a combination of red and white if you care anything about that. Okay, I'm gonna turn this on. Then you can see a little flour coming out of there where I mixed it. That's the volume level. Turned it on before I turned it on before I filled it. This is 1 cup. I'm showing you how quickly it takes to mill 1 cup. And I have it on the bread setting. Normally, if I'm milling wheat, I'll let this mill while I'm busy in the kitchen doing something else. So I'm not just sitting here waiting on it. Now, you do pretty much want to wait until it's gotten quiet before you turn it off. I let all of the grain run through so I can't see anymore. I let that high, shrill sound get back up so I know it's empty. And then I turn it off. You want to wait till it's finished before you separate the canister from the mill, because if you don't, then you're still going to have some flour blowing around because of the motor. Okay. Ooh. A little bit. Okay, and there is my flour that I milled. Freshly milled wheat flour. It is very nutritious, very delicious. This will not keep. You want to use this I go ahead and use mine immediately. If I've not used it, I will freeze it just in case I were to need a little bit for quick bread. But typically I use it right away, and then what I don't use, I trash. So because this does not keep, it does not have a preservative. It's perfectly perfect like it is. So that is my little video for you on the Wondermill grain mill. And like I said, this is definitely a machine that I highly recommend if you are in the market for a wheat mill. I hope that I have helped you today. See you soon, or see you next time.